Alrighty. Well, introducing you to Nigel.
Yay!
We have been looking forward to getting this van. We ordered it in November of 2022.
Long time ago.
So, yes, this van is a Ford Transit 2023 Transit Trail extended length, and Jen and I are planning to do many adventures in this van.
Yay.
We are planning to build it out ourselves. We're not going to be making a bunch of quote build videos where we talk about how we're putting everything, but we will probably do some small videos like, hey, we've added the floor, and we might talk a little bit about the floor after we're done, but we're not doing build demonstration videos. The van is ready for us to take out.
But why did we name him Nigel?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Why do we name him Nigel? So in the 90s, there was a great show called The Wild Thornberrys.
Cartoon.
And Jen doesn't go for cartoons, but she loved this cartoon.
It, yes.
The cartoon, if you're not aware of it, is about a mother and father who are nature, adventure, wildlife videographers, and they have their two kids, Eliza and Debbie, and they have a wild boy named, I forgot his name.
And a monkey.
And a monkey that Eliza talks with. Darwin, and they drive around in the original van life thing, which is the Combi, yeah.
Yep.
So we decided to name it Nigel after Nigel Thornberry, the dad, because he was like, oh, fascinating. So we're gonna do our adventures. We're not quote van life. We're not gonna live in our van. We just plan to go out on the weekends or long weekends or
spur of the moment weekend.
Yes, or
because that's how we roll sometimes. Right?
Absolutely, or maybe a week or two at a time, or maybe a summer, month-long thing where I have to work, because I still have to work still, but we might do stuff like that. So what we want to kind of present is how you can do something like this, getting a van, how you can use it immediately, how you can build it, how you can have your own thing. We looked at RVs, we looked at other vans through the last 14 months that we thought we were going to buy, but none of them exactly did what we wanted it to do. So, again, we had this ordered November 2022, and we finally, a few months ago, said, forget it, we'll just get the van that we ordered and build it out like we want to. Might take us a year or more. But we're not in a rush. Yeah, we're not in a rush. Our plans are to first put in the floor. So actually, this week we'll probably be putting in the floor and the heater, and then we'll show you guys the van inside real quick.
Come on in.
Alrighty, as you can see, this Transit came with swivel chairs,
which we love. It's like a extra seating, living room area. So it's nice, and they're comfy.
Yes, very comfortable.
Yep.
They are manual, so they can, lean them back a little bit, lean them forward, whatever we need to. So they fully swivel. They also swivel and lock this way. You can see the Transit also has the new 2023 has a 12-inch screen, navigation, Sync 4. Now this Transit also is all-wheel drive. It comes with effectively a 3.5-inch lift, with bigger tires than standard and a factory lift. We really wanted the factory lift to get the factory warranty. I didn't want to have something that came aftermarket and run the risk of the Ford saying, pound sand, we're not going to maintain it or warranty the van. Some of the other things that are specific to the Transit Trail are we have a Max Air fan already installed from the factory in the middle here.
One less hole that we have to make.
Yeah, one less hole we have to make. Again, we have the extended, we have the big tires. We also have the extended gas tank, which is 31 gallons. And we have the auxiliary port extension line, which should allow us to hook up our heater, which we'll put underneath the passenger seat, to the fuel line without having to drop the tank and that kind of stuff. We have done a few things already. We've started putting insulation in, and in the van world, there's lots of debate on wool or 3M Thinsulate, and
So we went with the Havelock.
we went with the Havelock wool, mostly for price, to be quite honest. The Thinsulate was a little more expensive. However, it really seems like there might not be that much of a difference in their performance. We may end up filling some of the areas that are hard to get in, like in this little columns, with some gaps and cracks filler, some basically spray and insulation. But we're gonna again build this guy out ourselves. This is also a 148-inch wheelbase extended, so inside from where Jen is at here to the back door, it's about 13 feet, and it's also about 6.5 feet high, which you can't see my head there. One sec. So you can see there's plenty of space above Jen's head, and especially since we're short,
Yep.
we don't need lots of headroom, but we do have it. As well as we plan to build our bed in the back across the van as opposed to this way, and we didn't get any kick out flares or nothing like that, since we don't need them. But we do plan to potentially put a window here with a vent, and then potentially 2 small slider windows back by the bed area. We don't have the detailed design of what we're doing with the van yet. Our intention is to use it and figure out what we need, and then
As we go.
yeah, as we go. We may temporarily put some walls up to help keep a little bit warmer, and to fill in some insulation, but it won't be permanent. It might be just keep stuff tacked away temporarily, because we do plan to use this. We already took it out one night last weekend, but our air mattress let us down,
It was
literally.
leaky.
It leaked air, so we got very uncomfortable. But the van was pretty cold. We weren't expecting it to be that cold, so we probably should have packed more blankets. But that'll be addressed as we go, because when we get the heater, it'll make it better.
Did you talk about why we got the extended van versus the regular size van? We
Well,
didn't know we were going to get the extended van.
I had thought that I'd ordered the regular 148 wheelbase, and apparently I'd ordered the extended, and I did not realize, every time I looked at the order online, I could see the extended picture, but I thought, well, it's just a picture. And within last month, Jen and I thought about ordering a different van, because we were like, maybe we should get the extended.
Right.
Because 18 inches, basically we get 18 inches longer for the extended versus the normal, and 18 inches is a lot when you're talking about a small space. So we basically talked to Ford, and they said, well, just when the one comes in, take a look at it. And we wanted to potentially have leather seats, heated seats. So we said, okay, we'll just wait. When we got this in, it came in, earlier than we expected, because they were talking about coming in February. We went down and looked at it, and we said, let's do it. Let's take it the way it is. We drove it around. The seats, while they're not heated, they're not cold, because they're not leather.
Fine. Yeah. And we were pleasantly surprised that we did order the extended van.
Yeah. So it was a happy accident. The lights just went out. I don't know if they changed the camera lighting. So we have some stuff, some major components already, and that is in the camper, our camper, that we will probably sell in the next few months. We have the power system for this van. That is a Anchor 400 amp hour single unit battery. We have a 3,000 watt inverter charger. We have a DC to DC charger. I probably won't do solar on here, because this van also has dual battery, which gives us a customer connection point down here on the driver's side chair with 170 amp hour output. I'm sorry, 170 amp output. So we can potentially hook 1 or 2 chargers to charge our battery pack. So while we're driving, we can probably put up to about 100 amps per hour driving, which is significant. But that doesn't mean we might not put a roof rack on. We may eventually put a roof rack on to maybe add a awning or to store some other stuff. But The less holes we have to put in the roof, the better.
For sure.
And getting up on the roof will require us to buy a ladder.
Right.
And the ladders are expensive, so we're going to try to manage everything. We do intend to put a shower in, but
Right.
there's a shower that it folds up and away. Because we don't want to. We know that the shower is a big debate point in vans for people. But Jen and I like to take showers.
Yes.
We also know that we won't take a shower every day we use this van. We might be using it to go to Costco.
Yeah.
We don't need the shower.
So it can be hidden. And it doesn't take up space.
Yes.
Which is really important in a van. So.
Yeah, so we don't want to have a shower that's permanent.
Right.
With regard to the bathroom, we did decide to go with what's called boxy. It's basically a bathroom separator. Urine goes into a bucket that you can dispose of easy, and solids go into a bag with composting material, let's call it. And then you can wrap it up, garbage it, and throw it away. How often are we going to be using that? The pee side, a lot. The other side, it depends. We'll see how that goes. But we're really excited about having that little potty.
Yes.
That means no black tank.
Nope.
No dealing with black tank mess or issues. We will have probably a 15 to 16 gallon gray tank, which will really just be the sink and the shower runoff. And then we'll probably have like a 30 gallon freshwater tank. We will also have a water heater.
Yes.
We like to have our water warm when we want warm water.
Yep.
And the other part about this build out is I work full time, Jen works, so we're going to be doing probably a project or so a month.
We're not in a hurry.
We're not in a hurry.
But we're still using it for our
Yes.
adventures, so
Yes.
it doesn't have to sit and we're still
in the parking lot, right?
Right.
So right now there is a first layer of floor. It's a mat that we ordered on Amazon that perfectly matches the van floor, and the camera is currently sitting on top of the wood part and the insulation. So we're going to add an inch of insulation on this floor since we are in the Northwest, and we do plan to take this out in the winter. So we want to get a little bit of insulation on the floor. So hopefully we'll get the floor done next week or two at the latest, and then the heater, because we want to take the van out in 2 weeks or so for another maybe one night adventure or short adventure. Yep. We'll also show around the outside, do a little bit of pictures there, but the important part of today was we wanted to introduce you to Nigel, the new member of our Golden Adventurer group, and I guess we will see you with our adventures. Hope you all like it, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Alrighty, so like I was saying, that the Transit Trail has some additional features. Starting with, you can see down here there are running boards on both sides, factory installed. It's got this fender effectively, because these tires are bigger and wider than the normal Transit tires. It also has the sensors all around, as well as cameras, 360 cameras seen here. So yes, the running board is full length. It's very heavy duty. We have the 360 doors on the back. So what that means is I can open them to here. They're not 360, they're 270 technically. And the doors can open all the way. So you can see how they have a little magnet holding the door, so they won't just pop open with the breeze. Again, it's the Transit Trail with the EcoBoost 3.6, and it did come with the towing package. It also has upfitter switches. I had added the upfitter switches so we could set up lights if we need to on the roof or whatever we need there. All in all, we are really digging this Transit Trail. so far, and are looking forward to taking you guys on adventures with us.